C1 Apple Pick 2.
I was slipping through the dial, had watched the news in a while. Turn on CNN, ain't see none of my friends. Swag gave me the blues, they never walked in my shoes. They want us living in fear, it ain't what I'm trying to hear. Switched it over to Fox, kept clicking, I barely stopped. New guest on NBC, no one that represent me. So I got tired of waiting, sit master debate. Give me some headlines, it must be past bedtime. Sleeping on me still like I ain't vitamin D for real. Rep your city, play devil's advocate. Wayne Brady gon' have to slack a bit. Tell me something good, a recipe for success. Give me some timeline, shop session and flight deck. Hey, P, what's next?
Like that. Wait, welcoming you to the. Hold up. Sing along if you know it. Take me out to the ball game. Take me out to the crowd. Buy me some peanuts and fuck them Cracker Jacks. If that's the only thing I get, I ain't never trying to come back, cause it root for the USA. Hey. Remix, gang. For all the uninitiated, this week's flight deck, it brought to you by El World, Le Baseball, El Clasico, hey, you talking about. And it's much overdue that us, the world, and everybody show love to the USA baseball team. Because whereas the men's team do nothing but disappoint us in soccer, these men make us proud on the world stage. Now, it starts similar to the World Cup with 4 different pools that you have to qualify for. USA is in Pool C with USA, Mexico, Colombia, Canada, and qualifier team number 3. At the time that this was released, that team hadn't been filled in yet. Pool D, and we are the 14th seed in our bracket. Pool D, Puerto Rico, Venezuela, Dominican Republic, Israel, and the 4th qualified team. Japan, Korea, Australia, China make up Pool B with an unnamed team like the other divisions. And Chinese Taipei, Netherlands, Cuba, and Italy make up Pool A. Now, if you have not been keeping up with all of the festivities over the weekend, Big Homie, who had the crazy ass intro this year where he came out to the, you know what I'm talking? Edwin Diaz,
Yeah.
New York Jets just signed a $100 million contract, 4 years, $25 million a year. Injured himself celebrating a win. Not during the game, nigga. Jumping up and down on the mound. So while some people have turned the baseball classic into a debate of whether or not professional stars should be able to compete in international competition, we here give me some headlines gonna keep that same energy we had for the World Cup. And just like the players have been saying, this shit low key more important than the World Series, because you're playing for your country, man. You know, we talk mad shit here and give me some headlines, but when it comes to being able to represent the country, man, we take a great deal of pride in that shit.
For sure.
So, you see the pools shape out. Panama sliding in that thing, Czech Republic filling in, Nicaragua sliding in there, and Great Britain sliding in from the group stage. Ain't nothing like a wild card team. You feel what I'm saying? But we already know. We gonna keep it moving, pushing on over to the motherfucking round of the Elite 8. Cause that's when you can see who really got a shot at the title. You feel what I'm saying, P?
Yeah.
At this stage, going into the weekend, we had Australia playing Cuba. We had USA playing Venezuela. We had Puerto Rico playing Mexico. We had Italy going against the great nation of Japan to create a semifinal between Mexico and Japan. And Cuba, who unfortunately, because of the state of their political affairs, suffer the great misfortune of the great multitude of their stars refusing to play for their national teams, but rather playing for El Salvador, Dominican Republics, and Mexico, rather than playing for Cuba. So they are one of the only teams that are fielding a minor league level team representing their country.
Still got there.
And they still in the Final Four. Understand, Cuba is that good at baseball. So before I play this clip, understand, I ain't disrespecting Cuba, but if you're wondering who won that matchup between Cuba and the USA.
0-2. Turner to left. Curl to back. It is gone.
Walk on.
Wow.
Walk on in the World Baseball Classic.
USA. 0-2. Turner to left. Curl to back. It is gone.
Hey, they talked up that
USA.
Tonight, while we film this live, Mexico and Japan are facing off 7 p.m. Eastern on FS1. Support your your local broadcast partner and check that out. You feel me? Because what that is flat out fucking fire. If you was watching that live and you had the sound up in your room because it's baseball. You know, baseball ain't really loud. You're trying to hear the announcers. And you felt that crowd erupt live. Yo, bruh just won a World Series. He said that hit in the semifinals game of the World Baseball Classic bigger than the home run in the World Series, bruh. That's how the players feel about it, bruh. Yeah. Dominican players, Cuban players saying this shit bigger than the World Series, and it's pissing MLB off. That's why the guy getting hurt make the story even huger. But I toss it to you for your response to my very sloppy introduction to the World Baseball Classic for the people.
Nah, man, I'm all for, because like my favorite championships are, like my favorite championship there is the World Cup. Like that, like bar none. I feel like, yeah, like it don't matter what league you win. Like if you win a World Cup as a player, like you just hear the people talk about it. Like Lionel Messi, arguably the GOAT, is like refused to say quit. Like he had one last shot at winning the World Cup, and it meant that much to him because he was able to get it done, man. And so when you do, when it's a country versus country, like best, like really best on best, when you get to the Olympics in basketball, like any of those team competitions where it's our best versus your best, those are the ones I like to see the most. Because they always like they go dumb hard when they come down to that. So we talk about like how big the MLB is internationally, and like some of the biggest stars aren't American born. But like, so for the American baseball team to field the team that has now gotten to the final in the WBC, then that's big shit, man. That's big shit. Then I also like to see celebrations. So when he hit that hole and you see that jubilation, like it's every one of these games is a kid's game. And so to see them reacting like kids who it's just, they overjoyed. It's like, oh shit, like this is the thing I've been training to do my entire life, and I did the thing very well, like when it mattered the most. So yeah, shout out to that young man and the rest of the team. And interested to see who come out of this thing. Japan versus Mexico, because I think Shohei Ohtani plays for Japan, and we all know that's a bad dude. So interested to see like how they pitch to him tonight. during this game, because that could turn out to be that final. Japan versus the United States could be pretty big.
Boy, I'm telling you, he gonna fuck around, become the face of baseball with that joint. You feel me? Look at me just dropping in that thing like a space boy. You feel me?
Yes, sir. I'm starting to see spaceships on Bankhead. But I saw that Jose Altuve got, I don't know who he playing for. I'm assuming, I forget where he's from exactly. Like, I don't know if he's Mexican or Cuban or what have you, man. But I saw that Buddy got hit in the hand, and so he don't know like when he broke his hand, and so they don't know when he gonna make it back to his to the Astros. So that's gonna be an interesting development to see like how they handle that moving forward, especially when you consider injuries like on the cusp of the Major League Baseball season being like you this close to opening day, and like now the Astros are gonna be without one of their best players. But we saw with them letting Carlos Correa go to, I think he went to the Twins. I want to say it was one of them teams in like the Midwest, like the Northern Midwest or some shit like that. And so, but we saw like this year, the guy that replaced him ended up being the MVP of the World Series. Pena, forget Jeremy Pena, I think is his name. And so, if Altuve end up missing significant time this season, like just say he out 6 to 8 weeks, like whoever his backup is got an opportunity to step in here and become like not the savior, but if he the next young gun like they had with Jeremy Pena.
I made so much fun of this nigga P. This the first week I done had technical difficulties in scores of shows, and when I tell you it is kicking my ass, y'all. We don't try to hide that for the stitches and for the Cowmunity. I just had to let them know, but people doing a great job of filibustering and filling in the segment that was completely of my design. But P,
yes sir,
could you do your boy a favor?
What you need me to do for you, my G?
Could you give me some headlines?
You're damn right I can. Welcome to Season 3, Episode 85. We on 85 of these things, man. Give me some
episodes
headlines.
For something crazy, if you know what I'm talking about.
Yes, sir. So, in this edition, Episode 85, give me some headlines. Our headlines are Diary of a Wimpy Kid, or It's My Party, I'll Cry If I Want To.
Yeah, you will.
Next headline, We Stand on the Shoulders of Giants. Third headline, Train up a child in the way they should. More money, more money, more money. Fourth headline is, I knew you was going to let me hit.
Oh, shit. Give me the second one and the fourth one again.
All right. So the second one is, We Stand on the Shoulders of Giants. Fourth one is, I knew you was going to let me hit.
Gotta go with headline number 4. I ain't gonna fake it. I ain't gonna fake the funk for the public. You feel me?
That's a bet. So my dog chose headline number 4, and shouts out to the article that this came from. I changed it because the headline is trash. Live players in the Masters. The list is set with 18
we stay talking about live, dog.
Stay talking about
live. Number 1 live podcast on the planet.
The list is set with 18 eligible to play at Augusta National. So, and this comes from Yahoo Sports. Shout out to Yahoo Sports and Gary Smits of the Florida Times Union. But there's been some, as you all know, in 2021, I believe, is when the announcement was made. Maybe it was at the beginning of 2020, last year. It was last season. So 2022, Live Golf made their announcement that they're going to have this league that's backed by the Saudis, and Greg Norman, former PGA major champion from Australia. And so this league is, because of the amount of money that is backing Live Golf, like they have the opportunity to legitimately challenge the PGA Tour and all the PGA Tour members. And so the people who jumped ship and went to Live Golf were mostly a part of the PGA Tour. And the reason they did is because there's a lot of money involved in jumping in bed with Live Golf. And so by those players making that decision to jump, the PGA Tour had banned quite a few of all the players that jumped. They banned them. But Augusta National, arguably the best golf course in the world, is in Augusta, Georgia, and probably the most well-known golf tournament at this time is the Masters. And the Masters said, fuck that shit. We want the best people here to play golf. Live, PGA, whoever. And the people have won here at Augusta National, and they qualify to play in the Masters, which is the weekend of Easter. Is I think the 6th through the 9th or something like that. They said, to hell with that. They playing. I don't give a damn what the PGA say. So that list includes Phil Mickelson, who won the Masters in 2004, 2006, 2010. Charles Schwartzel, who is from South Africa, won it in 2011. Bubba Watson, who is a Georgia native, won that thing in 2012, 2014. Go Dogs. Sergio Garcia, the Spaniard, won that shit in 2017. Patrick Reed. Yes, sir. Patrick Reed won that thing in 2018. Dustin Johnson won it in 2020. The other guys who qualify are other major championship winners. U.S. Open champion Brooks Koepka, 2018, and then U.S. Open champion Bryson DeChambeau, 2020. British Open champion Cameron Smith, who is the 6th ranked golfer in the world, and top 4 2022 PGA Championship winner Mito Pereira, who is Chilean. And then the top 50, if you are in the top 50 of the world rankings, you are also qualify, and that is Joaquin Niemann. He is 22 in the world. Abraham Answer, number 30 in the world. Thomas Peters, number 37 in the world. Harold Varner III, he is an actual black golfer, 45 in the world. Jason Kokrak, 47 in the world. Kevin Na, 49, and Louis Oosthuizen, number.
Did you say Kokrak?
Kokrak, yes. Kokrak. Kokrak.
That's I hope he make the weekend play.
Keeping it funky
with Kokrak for the win. You feel it?
And so the PGA has done all of this positioning to ban these players, but the Masters has said nah, they playing. And so I'm very excited about it. This is a Masters. I haven't been excited about this Masters since Tiger played and won in 2000. I think it was 19 was his last win. Maybe it's 19 because 2020 was the pandemic takeover. So I toss it to my G for your thoughts on what do you think about the PGA not being able to enforce this ban in your home state of Georgia against these players, and what do you think about the dynamic of the PGA meeting in the same place now as live golfers and like them being able to go head to head on like the biggest stage?
Man, I think it's beautiful, bro. But the biggest thing I think is all of the other three majors are fucking idiots. Because now the Masters is the only competition in the world that will have all of the world's greatest golfers. So they have to immediately say fuck what the PGA said too, or become relegated to a second tier master. When y'all were the four that is special, this now makes Augusta V1 when it was already V1.
Mm-hmm.
It is like, now
it creates more separation.
V1.
Yeah.
You feel what I'm saying? Like, it's short-sighted by the PGA. Saying you can't do both would be like the NFL telling niggas they can't go play in the XFL. Like, oh no, I don't even know. It's like, go ahead.
Oh no, I was gonna say it creates more like if they understood what we know, and you said earlier, I think it was in season 1, you said it would be to these leagues' benefit for them to understand that you are in the entertainment business. That is what you are in. And so I'll give you an example of what I mean by that. Bruh, why is wrestling so captivating? Because it has its heroes and it has its heels. Why would you not allow live golfers to come play in your events when you have your heroes, PGA Tour, versus the heels, the people who left to go elsewhere and play elsewhere?
So have different dining halls form, have guest locker rooms form that ain't as good as the home team.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Like you create that division, and now you have the people who are diehard PGA fans. Now they are, hell yeah, PGA. Like you rooting for your guys to win the Masters, to win the Open Championship, to win the British Open, to win like. It makes so much sense for them to get their head out of their ass because it's going to put more eyes on it. Like people, the PGA who are the diehard PGA fans aren't going to not watch it. They're going to watch it because they want to see their guys prevail.
But they don't want to legitimize their league. They don't want the reigning Masters champion to be a live golfer. Though that's what they're trying to avoid. So it makes sense why they would want to protect it, but having that fear says that the better golfers won't choose us.
Right. Right.
Fuck the people who go there. The people who run in there are scared to have their pay be based off of whether or not they win.
Exactly. Like it's all
that's
about
why they going there. They want guaranteed payouts. And that's something else that I ain't want to interject or interrupt. That's why I sat on it. But live, one of the things that is allowing them to poach golfers is they're guaranteeing 25, 30, 40, 50 million a year when the highest purse payout for finishing first right now outside of your endorsements and everything is like 2.7 million or something like that for the PGA Tour. And you got to win and be the first. You got to win. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. I mean, the PGA is Dame Lillard and the live golf is Kevin Durant. They're running from the grind.
Nah, man. It's more like it's more like everybody who went to live golf is Lamar Jackson. And they realize that as quarterback, the lead actor on a team, which is an ensemble cast, as the Tom Cruise in the cast, you deserve a certain percentage of what that motherfucking labor force get paid. And to act like the best player on your team, the star quarterback, does not deserve his percentage of the cap when he is more than that percentage of your offensive production is fucking ridiculous. And that's how live golfers felt. People are going to watch Tiger every motherfucking stroke regardless of where he is in the field. The notion that his pay should be determined by where he finishes in an entertainment industry is bullshit, because it is not merit based, it is attention based. And I'd be damned if I'm so motherfucking mesmerized and I'm gonna get you attention and advertising dollars, and you tell me my pay should be based off of how well I play. That ain't how your pay is based. Your pay is based off of how interesting I am. So I'd be damned if that ain't the case for my cut. And that's how they feel. It makes sense, man.
And it make too much sense, bro. It makes so much, and that's why
it is truly merit based.
Yeah.
We will pay you for your name because we want the people that will watch you no matter where in the world you're playing. And we're banking that even if you're playing over here for what people are trying to paint as questionable leaders, people will still watch you because you're that fantastic and entertaining. And they're like, yeah, I am that fantastic and entertaining. And if I'm not, at least I'm guaranteed $50 million a year. I'm as good as Aaron Rodgers. That's what they telling themselves. Yeah. I'm as good at what I do as Aaron Rodgers is at what he does. Why the hell am I accepting $2 million? $2 million. Why am I accepting $2 million a year from my organization?
Yeah. No, it made too much sense. Too much sense. And speaking of box office numbers and capturing attention, holding attention, villains, heroes, action, adventure,
titties. I don't even know where he going, y'all. I just figure any place a great place to throw titties. And for ladies who hear this, understand that is an empirical truth.
Square bitty, man. Can I do you a favor?
Not like a woman could. Ladies, I don't care what your man up to. I don't care what your man up to. I don't care if he working. I don't care if he reading something. I don't care if he cooking. You ain't got to pull him out. Just go press your titties up against him. Don't say nothing. I already know you smell good. Just go press your titties up against him. 3-4 seconds. 1,000, 2 1,000, 3 1,000. Leave. Watch how the whole energy in your house change for no reason. I don't care if it's already good. It's going to get gooder. It's going to get better. It's going to get best. You feel me? Just go put your titties on. But Pete.
Yay.
My brethren. Could you give me some TV?
Hell yeah.
Hey, some television.
Also, new alias alert. I'm the Pashmina podcaster.
Hey, shouts out to my dog P, the first podcast P. Fuck this fat lip, not left-handed ass LA Clipper playing for a punk ass nigga Paul George talking about podcast P. Podcast P been here. This season Tree will give me some headlines. So shouts out to Pat Bev, who was the first Clipper this. Oh, he wasn't a Clipper. He was a Laker this year. But I'm pretty sure he done had that joint for a minute. But shouts out to Pat Bev. And he got the white boy as his co-host doing something different in the podcast space. Real Ebony Ivory. That nigga Paul George, just a nigga who in LA. So he figured when people out there, he gonna be easy to get him to sit down. I ain't impressed. You is not podcast P. I talk to podcast P every Monday on the game.
I wonder if he interested. I'm gonna go look at a couple clips because he don't seem like an interesting conversation to me. Like, he doesn't seem like he has an interesting personality at all. But I ain't gonna bury the lead, my G.
I hate to be that nigga, bro, but I keep it funky on this show, don't I?
True.
Niggas who interesting end up with women who have interesting jobs. And I say that niggas who interesting end up with women who have interesting jobs. Everybody knows who he ended up with, and we'll move on.
Oh, my G, what you been watching, man? Have you been watching anything?
All documentaries, as you can see, shit, they got nothing but facts in it. To be honest with you, man, I squashed the beef with somebody who got them passwords on deck, you feel me? So I'm back crazy with it. And I've been going back through some stuff that I ain't watched on Hulu in a minute, even though I kind of watch it here and there. But I've been flying through some Family Guy, man, reminiscing on some of my favorite episodes. And it don't hold up.
Man, that's the second time I've heard this. That's the second time I've heard this week.
But this the problem. I remember every second of it.
Mm-hmm.
When I hear the setup, I know exactly what's going to come in the cutaway. So is it not as funny because it doesn't surprise me like it did before? Like even like it's scenes that I laughed so hard I cried the first time I saw them. Like it's an episode where Stewie is trying to irritate his mother. So he's sitting in his high chair trying to fart and he busts a blood vessel in his eyeball. And like, it's like trying to catch the don't on Bryson Tiller.
Yeah.
Don't. Like if you like the first time I seen it, I kept rewinding it. And once he started straining trying to fart, no matter, like I watched it like 8 times. I couldn't time it up to know when his blood vessel was gonna pop and he was gonna fall out the fucking high chair. But like, he go, ah! And, but like, I watched that shit back and I was like, boom. I had the timing perfect. So it didn't surprise me. And I was like, I think I ruined it by watching it too much. Excuse me. Shit. So I don't know, man. So that's my disappointing TV, and I'll be brief about that and toss it to you for your thoughts on that. But the shit I watched this week that was fire, to stay in theme of the comedy specials, I'll be brief about that too. Bert Kreischer, Razzle Dazzle. P.
On the Family Guy tip, I was never like a huge fan. I just remember that it was something that me and my freshman roommate in college, the weird dude, we kind of shared. Like in college, it was cool. Like it was a funny show in college.
Give me an alias that would let me know who it is.
My freshman roommate, you never met him, bro.
He wasn't there when I got there?
No, he wasn't there when you got there.
Okay.
He graduated. You got there my sophomore year, junior year. You got there my junior year. He was gone. He graduated our sophomore year. That's how smart bud he was. He went to St. Andrews and he had...
Nigga, did you say he graduated y'all sophomore year?
He graduated from college our sophomore year.
That was your roommate?
That was my roommate, my freshman roommate.
What they seen in your profile that made them pattern with you?
We was the youngest in our class.
Okay,
I went to college at 17 and he was 16.
Oh, that's why you was up there scared of the cootie cat. Doing all that courting, but no porking. No beefing. Because you was chicken. You was poultry.
Nah, I just went
through all the animals. I figured why not finish it out. I wasn't even really trying to call you chicken, but porking, beefing.
It was
nobody calls clucking. Oh, clucking! You can clucking. You
yeah, I was up there clucking.
Dry humping. Real American pine in your pants.
Yeah, I don't even know what. Like some of them was too aggressive. Once they found out about me, they was just way too aggressive with it, and I was like, man, you got some motives. And I'm not fucking with it.
You was up there listening to Genuine. Seems like you're ready.
Yeah.
You wanted it to be difficult, but
yeah,
the moment you got access, you was like, wasn't as difficult as I thought.
It was like the time that
I was like, nigga, you know how much work you done put in? What you said?
It was like the time that I was about to pay for coochie for the first time ever, and I didn't do it. I went to a strip club, met this young lady. We hit it off. Not really. Like, that's her job to like me. But I enjoyed our time, so I was like, "Hey man, give me a number." She gave me a number. Like we chopped it up back and forth. I was in a drought. I was like, "Man, you know what? I'm finna pay for some ass." I reached out. I was like, "Hey, how much is this?" She was like, she gave me the number. I was like, "Nah, too accessible." I was like, anybody can pay this.
He said, "I got this right now. I ain't even gotta wait till I get paid on Friday." Yeah,
I'm thinking, like, had she sent me a number where I'm like, all right, fuck that rent this month, I'd have been like, I might have done it. The number was too low, too accessible. I was like, anybody can pull you up out of this club. No, thank you. Raise your prices. But what have I been watching on TV? A couple of things.
And for anybody out there selling pussy or any other product, if you hear somebody tell you need to raise your prices and you wondering how much should I raise my prices, just think of it this very simple principle. If you are actually great at what the fuck you do, if you double your prices and lose half your customers, you will make the same amount of money, have twice as much time to market yourself to people willing to pay what you worth. P? I just want to put that perspective out there for Nick.
Yeah. It's accurate, bro. And like, you're going to get rid of the people you don't want to deal with anyway. Like the people who going to hack on you for a lower price, you going to get rid of them and you don't want to deal with them no way.
You twice out of the range they're looking for.
Exactly.
Shouts out to the barber star, Marcus Harvey. The nigga said, "Man, I expect the people around me to elevate with me. I was giving y'all niggas $150 haircuts when I was charging y'all $25.
Mm-hmm.
It took me 15 years to charge you that. Understand? We supposed to got here together." You feel me, baby? Like, but I said when he said that, I said, "Bro, you a player. I ain't even gonna lie, you a real player."
Square business, bro. Square business. I hit him
y'all
the day,
forward, bro. He didn't want to talk to me about success clusters and all that shit.
Everything,
like a rising tide raise all boats. He believed that shit with his soul, bro. That's why he moved the way he moved. So shouts out to bro.
Yeah, forever.
I know he fought with that principle because he's replenished every customer he ever lost. He's always not had room in his schedule, and that's from 25 to 200 a cut.
Square business.
And I'm proud of that nigga every step of the way. I'm like, bro, I just need a line up. I pay the price, but I just need a little taper. He like, bro. He was like, bro. But you know, he's like, this how good he is at what he do. He know that like he real from day one. At some point, y'all niggas just gonna have to come here and be here. So the Mussolea got PlayStation 5, liquor, arcade, art gallery. Like, you gonna be here for a minute. So make sure it's a nice place to be. You feel? Yeah. You go in there, get a massage, get a pedicure, say get your dreads retwisted, then go get your line up, bro. It's a good time in that thing, man.
Yeah, man. Yeah.
Shouts out to the Mussolea, man. I need this timestamp that the Mussolea commercial break. We sneak one in every week.
Every week we sneak in the commercial. Oh.
Give me some TVP. What the hell you been watching for real though?
4 things, actually.
Oh.
I'll give you quick names on the first 3. Fourth one is one we gonna talk about for a couple minutes though. First thing, Love Island season, I think 9 we in. It's getting juicy. It's getting real juicy. Final season.
Getting better as a show, staying consistent, or they need to go back to how it used to be?
The thing about Love Island, bro, is that I think it's going to end up running its course because there's only so much new shit that you can do with the show. Like the challenges aren't really, they have like challenges in the show, like to try to add some meat to shit. And it's just like, it's not even a challenge. It's essentially an obstacle course for sexy people. Like it's,
take that rubber off, fuck that whole meat to meat.
Like it's, I I think it's going to end up like it gets less interesting. The only thing that makes it interesting is you have to find the right people. If you find the right people who really honestly like don't give a shit and like they gonna go in there and they gonna turn it up, then I think they'll be all right.
I'm trying to make sure the camera didn't come back to me. I enjoyed coming out the top rope with that out of nowhere so much. I feel like for the audio cast, that's gonna hit them like a megaton. Like I was breathing hard and fucking them in the mic, so the camera's triggered to me. But like, yo, for the niggas ride around in the car, when that shit just, you be like, yeah, man. It's really, you know what I'm saying? They try to have some more meat in the game, and then they just, that shit gonna come out of nowhere. I love it.
Thanks.
Shouts out to Pashmina P. Shouts out to Pasha P. Because he be Pasha. Shouts out to Podcast P. Shouts out to Scully P. What they call it? Toboggan P. Hey, Bumbleclot P. Here you talking about? Shouts out to Spike P joints, which this is one. My dog's so humble. He don't even really be telling y'all because y'all know it.
Square Betty. Third show, Sex Life on Netflix. That's all I say. Enjoy yourself.
You one of the old niggas who missed real sex on HBO from the old cable box. What the hell you watch? What is Sex Life about?
It's I was watching the show. It ended, and this one started automatically, and I woke up to it because I fell asleep on like the show that I was watching. And
okay, that was my next question. Yeah. What the hell was in that thumbnail that made you click on it?
I didn't click on it. I just woke up to it, and
okay.
I woke up to like a scene. It was
so Netflix knew it was up your alley from your other tastes.
I guess. I guess. I watch a lot of romantic comedies. Can't even stunt. Like they're my favorite genre of movie. Romantic comedies. Easy.
You gotta tell me. I spent a whole summer watching you watch Crazy Stupid Love. I was like,
over and over again.
I was like, boy, he enjoyed watching the nigga Steve Carell get cucked. Boy, this shit is heartbreaking. I don't see what's funny. But then about 2.5 months into it, I started watching that whole bitch when you put that whole in. I was like, man, I get up out of here and dip when that big go off. You be like, all right. Because you watch that shit and go to sleep every day.
Yeah.
And I was like, I got to put some movies on my dog computer. That might have been what slowed your shit down from the brick.
Oh, yeah. It was, yeah. And then my computer definitely started going a whole lot slower.
Oh, yeah. Then we was recording albums on that bitch. That was the only internet we had for half a year.
Whole albums, girl.
That bitch got Rocky Mountain dust all in the coffers. You need that bitch blown out. You feel me? That bitch got North Platte River all in that bitch. We still ain't dropped that damn album. Bro, I forgot about that shit till right now. I don't even think that shit on my phone.
It ain't on your phone? High Tide, yeah. It's on mine.
It might be on my shit.
Yeah, you put it on mine before we left.
Rocking and rolling.
The last thing, bro. Marvel Universe movie. Have you seen the movie Shang-Chi?
Nah, I got it in my favorites though. It's been there for about 8-9 months. I ain't watched that bitch at all though. Not even like fell asleep on it. The 7 rings or the hidden that
10 rings, yeah.
Oh, damn, I
you know
cut them short 3 rings. Just out the
you know what I'm talking about? Dog, fire. Especially because y'all put me on like kung fu movies for real. When we lived in the apartment and at the stable. Oh, on that Man.
Hey.
Yeah. So like now So they
brought Kung Fu into the Marvel universe?
Yeah.
It's actual Kung Fu?
It's actual
CGI Kung Fu?
Nah, because the shawty Michelle Yeoh, who just won an Oscar for Everything Happening at the Same Time, I think is the name of the movie.
Michelle Yeoh.
She's in that joint. And her Wing Chi, I think it's Wing Chi, is like is a practice of martial arts. She like famous for that shit. So she'd been around for like 30, 40 years doing her thing on the martial arts tip. She the woman. Her equivalent is not Jackie Chan. I think her equivalent is probably Bruce Lee. Like she the woman Bruce Lee, cold blooded, and they doing their thing in this movie, man. But like
Shang-Chi be disrespecting Jackie Chan like he wasn't the world champion. I'm not trying age of 5. I'm just saying Bruce Lee got less titles than Jackie Chan is what I'm trying to communicate. I ain't saying Bruce Lee wasn't that nigga. I'm just saying Jackie Chan is somebody who walked light but carried a big stick is what I'm saying, from how he carried himself comedically. You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah. That's my dog though. But yeah, so Shang-Chi, bro, put that thing in your queue. I'm
gonna
excited to see the second one. So
I got a couple of rookies in the queue, but I'm gonna pop that off.
So a correlation in the universe is they are the folks. The 10 Rings is an organization, and you'll meet them and understand like their origin when you watch Shang-Chi. But that organization, they captured Tony Stark in the first Iron Man. So like that's like part of like their tie-in to like the Marvel universe.
The Shang-Chi did, or the organization the Shang-Chi going against?
10 Rings organization. Yeah, 10 Rings organization is they the folks
who got Tony.
Who called Tony when he was out there in that desert.
I hope he come back and fuck they world up. I don't care if he's trying to paint his origin as a hero, because I don't play that protagonist theory shit. Just got a story about you don't make you a hero. Avatar. Fuck you, dude. You went out there to fulfill the mission of your dead brother and switched up for some blue pussy. You a hoe. You a whole hoe. And that's why I ain't win and spent no money on 2. Fuck that nigga, dude. Yeah, we done had our beef by Avatar. That bitch 4 hours, the director's cut, and we done argued through that whole bitch one time.
Yeah.
It's a good ass movie, babe, but fuck that nigga, dude. That nigga a hoe. But yeah, though, there's some interesting cuts. I'm definitely gonna check out the Shang-Chi. We both know I'm not gonna fuck with the Love Island, even though I'm happy you enjoyed it. What was number 2? I feel like I missed number 2.
Number 2 was...
You skipped
Love
number
Island.
2.
It was Love Island. It was Sex Life. That was the third one.
Sex Life. Nah, I remember number 2. We had a good conversation about Sex Life. Yeah. I just didn't realize. I lost myself making fun of the title. I was like, you are the old nigga who... Okay, yeah.
That's 2 psychology professors at Columbia. It's one... They both are like TAs or something like that at Columbia University in like the psychology department, and they getting a PhD in psychology. And they're 2 best friends.
Pretty huge.
There's a black friend who her like lane of psychology is like women being like independent. And then her friends is women being monogamous.
Cat lady, you gon' get that cat.
So yeah, it's a good time, man. And there was another thing I've been watching, but I can't remember what it is now. But I've been watching some shit.
Can I ask you a weird question? Do you think cat ladies start out as young chicks who have a cat? Is that like a warning sign? Or do cat ladies be old ladies who just say F it and get cats as old ladies?
I think you got to grow up liking cats. Like, I don't think you get your first cat at like 40. I feel like you got to have had,
so it's not like the psychotic break that make the cats what you choose. You already like cats and then you get a bunch of cats.
I think it starts, like, it's a gateway drug. I think like you get it. It's like women.
They going off that meowder.
It's like women who cut their hair off after a breakup. Like after a breakup, they get a cat, and then that cat give them like that a give and take. Because cats ain't like dogs. Dogs give you affection all the time. Cats give it, take it. They assholes. And I think maybe they like that dynamic. I don't know.
That was crazy, man. Every cat that a chick that I talked to had, the cat fuck with me tough. Like, you know, I was then one time I was talking to had a cat and I had got hit by the tow truck or whatever. So I was doing yoga a whole lot to get my range of motion and my you know, so just my shit back together. When I tell you this cat would lay next to me every morning and try to do the stretches I was doing. And then I just lay there and kind of meditate for a little while. He'd always come sit in between my legs for the little meditation session. And if I start going, that nigga would vibrate, purr right along with me, bro. And you know, the niggas got them healing properties and shit, bro. Yeah, though. But cats fuck with your boy, though.
Yeah, I don't think I've ever.
They break shit around the crib, but outside of that, they fuck with you, dog.
I did.
They'll knock it off a table.
I did. Her mom had a cat. That cat was cool. Sadie. Sadie was that cat's name.
Yeah, like chicks with cats done made me somebody who really fucked with them. I had one growing up, and my brother made my mother make me give him up, and I forced him to be the one who did it. And like, it was some crazy shit. But yeah.
Apparently, you can go out of damn town and leave their ass. You can't leave no damn dog by themselves for 2 weeks. You can leave a cat by itself for a little while.
Yeah, man, with a robo feeder, they litter box, man. You leave them enough kitty litter, they'll bury their poop. Show your crib on instinct. Like, they pee, bury it, move it around, shuffle it. You got one of them auto joints that like rotate it, man. Yeah, your cat be good for a whole week.
Like a compost.
Yeah, he'd be mad when you get home though. He or she.
Yeah. I would assume
be real standoffish with their affection, even though they miss the hell out of you. They'll not let you pet them or let you pet them real quick and then paw you. You know what I'm saying? Or at least that's how they do your dog. Like, if I don't go to her crib for a while and like she be coming to me, she ain't gotta complain me up because her cat gonna get me. You feel?
Yeah.
What the fuck you doing here, nigga? You smell familiar. I guess I don't know who you are. I'm like, oh, come on, dog. Come on, Derek.
That shit scared me. They got hands, man. That's why I fear cats.
And that's the thing. I don't really fear them. So I get papped up, but they don't ever put the claws in me because I'm not a threat.
Yeah.
They just... Now, if they ever hooked me, I get the scooting. Yeah. Ain't no faking the funk. But yeah, they usually just pat me up with the paw. So it'd be like soft slap. But yeah.
I'm a dog guy. Welcome to Give Me Some Headlines, Season 3, Episode 85. And you know what time it is, baby. You know what time it is. Quit playing. You know what time it is. Because 6 weeks ago, almost to the day, my dog C.O.W., Decatur Boy Music, C.O.W.men, introduced an idea to you. And that idea is the NBA today, if it was Bill Russell's NBA. And what does that mean? That means that back in the day when Bill Russell played, there were 8 teams in the league. So that means that all of the talent was concentrated into the NBA. And now there are 30 teams. And with 30 teams, you dilute the product. It is not that raw no more when you take a sniff. There is some booty ass talent in the NBA. But with C.O.W.men's visionary mind, he came and he said, what if we turned
move them butt, move them butt,
jeez,
move them butt, move them butt, move them butt,
jeez. What if we turned today's NBA into Bill Russell's NBA today? And that is where we are. Today. He's on fire. That is where we are. We have drafted point guards. We have drafted 2 guards. We have drafted small forwards. We have drafted power forwards, and we have drafted centers. Today, we have something special for you. My dog. We are drafting the Marlon Wayans this week. The 6 men.
I ain't know what the hell that meant at first. I was like, oh, the 6 cents. Because I fucked it up last week. That is so.
The 6th. We are drafting the 6th men. And so right now, what we are going to do for the community is we are going to go to the rosters as they are constructed today and let you know where we are. Shouts out to my DOG, my DAWG, my dog C.O.W. the MD for putting this together because he has got these video editing skills and the mind of a master. And so
yes,
what we're gonna do for you is we're going to run through these rosters for you. My dog, who are you going to kick us off with?
We going to keep this thing righteous like we have been. And we going to start off with the LA team drafted by my brother, Henry Trotter the Fourth.
Yeah.
Can you talk to people through your lovely roster?
Oh, man, I know about this roster very, very well because I started this roster off with a whole lot of controversy. Let that thing ride, my G. I started this thing off and I drafted a white man, Luka Doncic. Point guard for the LA Leons, Luka legend, Baby Bird. And next, his backup at point guard is Shai Gilgeous Alexander. And then at 2 guard, I put my dog Devin Booker, Mr. Light Skin, to the Leons. Yes, sir. And him up at 2 guard is my dog Zach LaVine, who used to be with the Chicago Bulls, now is with the Leons. Jason Tatum is at the 3 position. Another light skin. Backing him up is OG and No B with the Leons. That boy need a new haircut. Let me tell you about it. At the 4, we got our dog Anthony Davis. I heard a woman say, I needed a man that don't play. That is Anthony Davis. Backing him up at the 4 is Julius Randle, Juice Man, Jew Randy, Wildcat. At the 5 position is Joel Embiid, Joel Santana, Joel Embiid. And then backing him up is my dog Nick Claxton, the rim stopper, show stopper. I was about to say another thing. Jalapeno popper. That's what we'll go with. And so those are the LA Lil Leons.
I definitely could have gave it 10 seconds a clip. I shortened it 3 seconds. I think them extra 3 would have did just nice. That's funny as shit, but my dude, that's a crazy roster you got, man. I feel like you got everything a basketball team need. But if you just going with your starting lineup, you feel me, dude? If you just going with the starting cast, if you just going with the big boppers, Lukey legend, you feel me? Yeah. Devin Booker, Jason Tatum, Anthony Davis, and Joel Embiid, who coming out the bench, man?
Who is coming
play
off
with
the bench?
The pride of LA?
Who is coming off the bench to play with the pride of LA? I think who I'm going to go with, he's a candidate this year for 6th man of the year. Actually, I'm going to go a different direction. I'm going to go with a left-handed guy in this position because you need a lefty. Everybody here is right-handed. So you need to, your 6th man, he always switch it up just a little bit. So I'm going to go with my dog, Jalen Brunson, as the starting 6th man coming off the bench for the Los Angeles Leons. And once again, like my... once again, I give the explanation before I even say the name. Like only P can do.
I appreciate you, man. You did your thing, man. You showed out that whole segment, though, bruh. No hating over here, cuz. And next, we're going to take this thing on up to the not so dirty New York Boroughs, led by Mr. Chef and Curry. Mm-hmm. Drop that beautiful bean footage. led by the beautiful Mr. Stephen Curry. Backup point guard coming out the bench with that thing, Mr. Darius Garland to the New York Barrows, dick. No nicknames, you feel me? Starting shooting guard, we got Jaylen Brown coming from Boston. I hated on them, but I ended up drafting a bunch of them. Backup shooting guard, we got Mr. Scary Terry Rozier, who went down there and got a big bag from MJ. Starting small forward, you know who he is. You heard him say it, Mr. Kevin Durant. Coming out the bench, you know we had to have that boy, Bogdanovich. We love a double name, you feel me? Then we got Giannis Antetokounmpo as our starting power forward, because if you don't draft him second overall, you're a lunatic. You feel me? Back up, Mr. Aaron Gordon, coming out the top rope with everything to come out the ring. You feel me? And the nigga who ain't gonna leave the ground at center, Mr. Nikola Jokic. That's why we needed Aaron Gordon. You feel me? And our backup center, Mr. Brook Bropez. You feel what I'm saying? You feel what I'm saying? And with this team, man, we talked about wanting to make sure Chris Paul got beat up. So throughout this league, I am going to hide people who I hope beat him up, even if they're not on his team. You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And I want to make sure I'm actually giving these teams straight dogs. You feel what I'm saying? With Steph Curry and Darius Garland, man, if Steph Curry is to need some time off or need the rest, or have somebody on the other team who trying to make it day night, guess who the fuck we gonna put on them?
Who that?
Mr. Mike Conley, fuck you talking about. We gonna put Mike Conley out there to put them clamps on J. Rue. He ain't finna beat up on Steph and then go out there and get 20. Nah. We gonna have Mike Conley make sure you stressed out on the other end. You feel what I'm saying? Trae Young, Chris Paul, all y'all getting the Mike Conley treatment. How you feel about it, Kip?
I like it, man. I'm glad he was on my list. I have a handwritten list like I think you do this week, and he's on my list of folks on that handwritten list. So I got a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So I wrote down 35 guys. I think you wrote down 24. And of those 35 I wrote down, Mike Conley was definitely on that list. So glad he made
Apple
it.
TV determined to try to get some free advertisement for Ted Lasso, but they can suck my dick. I'm going to put a cock in his mouth. They keep popping him up. I'm going to put a dick right in his mouth. Not a real one, but like a dilly with the sack attached. Yeah, they're going to regret that.
Oh,
like some good old New Orleans jambalaya right in their mouth. You feel what I'm saying? But yeah, though, man, we going to keep it moving. My dog P.
Yeah, baby.
Let me know how to get it going. You feel me?
At point guard, you know who he is. He stays scrapped. Ja Morant, God Morant, Gat Morant. Backing him up is Lonzo Ball, who I just heard he gonna miss all of next season, which makes me extremely sad. But I hope he get back for 2025. At two guard, we got Ant Edwards. Ant, man, that boy look like he dangerous. Klay Thompson is backing him up at the two guard position, and it's just gonna be lights out. That boy gonna shoot the lights out the building. Cool. Why? At the three. Backing him up, we got my Cal Bridges. That boy look like he just boo-booed in the draws, and I enjoyed that. My dog Zion Williamson taking off from the top Rizzo. Backing him up at the four, we got J, one more J that my mama got, Jaren Jackson Jr. And at the five, we got Billy Williams the third. Billy Williams, the boy bad. Jacob Podol. This dude just look real goofy, man. I just feel like, goofy guys play good ball. Shout out to R.B. Sabonis. And so, sixth man for the H-Town Highlands. Who should we pick? So I want to pair this guy up because they playing right now together in Memphis. I'm going to put my dog Brandon Clark, formerly of the Memphis Grizzlies, now Houston, Highland, representative, coming, dine, tipping on bobos.
Bang, bang, skeet, skeet, nigga. That's P dropping that name that I ain't have written down weekly, y'all. And I wrote down a whole lot of basketball players. You heard me? You feel me? But you know your dog, man, drafted for the Miami Zoes. And I ain't gonna bear the lead. Pop doggy. Pop that thing off, doggy. Yeah, you talking about? Oh, they hating on me. they trying to ruin the nigga Spence. You feel what I'm saying? The luxury. Popping that thing off. We got LeBron James at the point guard. Fuck you talking about? Old head for the Zoles. Then we got Jamal Murray coming out that thing for the Zoles at the number 2 point guard spot, but number 2 to nobody. You feel me? And at the starting shooting guard, we got Mr. Bradley. I'm gonna get my check bill. You feel me? Put me in any city, and I'm gonna be the seal. Kissed by a row. He talking about CJ McCollum at the backup shooting guard spot. I don't know how much he gonna play, but he got that chopper anyway. Starting small forward, Mr. Andrew Wiggins. Pray for that, man. Backup shooting guard, we got Michael Porter Jr. You know, not a laughing matter, but just some red shit. Around at the power forward. We ain't gonna shout him out or say the team name associated. But Paolo Banchero backing up Big Purr. He talking about Miami's old gang. Then at the starting center, we got Mr. From. And we ain't talking Wagner, Mr. Rudy Gobert, Mr. Rudy where them hoes go there. He talking about. And the enforcer, Mr. Steven Adams, man. And I'm going to pop up a picture of old boy before the glow up, back when he first came in the league, before the beard, before the hair, for all of that. My boy looked like Jim Carrey playing Steven Adams in a movie or some shit, man. And just because I love this dude game, his defense crazy, and I feel like he would be super fire on the court with motherfucking any of these guys. He went and won a championship with Bron, and him coming out in the second unit and getting to play with Mr. Steven Adams. The Caruso, man. Put the Caruso down in Miami and watch it go.
Okay.
Alex Caruso to the Miami Zoes, man. They gonna love him down there. He gonna be at all the carne asadas here you talking about.
I'll give it to you this week. That's a name I didn't have.
Hey, you sleeping on the dog there, man. You had a Caruso on your list. I had to have it. Used to play for the Chicago Bulls. He is now a Miami Zoe. He's talking about.
That's what's up. Much respect. Much respect. I like that pick. So now we are headed to Atlanta. Get your $40 ready. Stand in line for the Atlanta Onyx. Get ready for the pat down. Kyrie Irving, point guard for the Atlanta Onyx. Brother Ree, Mr. 41 points in Game 6. Drew Holiday backing him up at the point guard position. We got them blacks. That boy got that defense. Jordan Poole, the boy will pull it from the city pool. That nigga got a chopper, huh? He ain't been playing very well this season, though. Backing him up is Desmond Bain at that 2-guard position. At the 3 position, we got our dog Chris Middleton. Now, that boy really got a chopper, and he be in a strip club too. All right, we got that boy Franz Wagner backing him up. Then at the 4, we got our boy Domantas Sabonis. His daddy had game, and this boy got game too. Backing him up is Evan Mobley, rim protector, big dunk haver, doing all that shit. Then we got Bam, Bam, Bang, Bang out of Bio playing for the Onyx. Backing him up is Miles Turner. I would walk a country mile for you. And the 6th man for the Atlanta Onyx is going to be Malcolm Brogdon.
What?
Former member of the Milwaukee Bucks. Now he gonna be throwing them bucks on the floor for the Onyx.
That's the second name I had written down after Alex Caruso. I ain't even gonna lie to you. Right above Mike Conley. You got me, cuz. You got me, dude. Okay. I see where you going. We gonna keep it pushing, man. Ain't even gonna bury the lead, man. We going from Atlanta straight out to the Chicago Chief Keys.
Mm-hmm.
The Chicago 300s.
Mm-hmm.
The Chicago
Bangs.
led by Mr. Damian Trillard, you talking about, at the starting point guard position, being bagged up by Mr. De'Aaron Fox. Chicago 300 standout here, you talking about, bang, bang. At the 3, we got, at the starting shooting guard, we got Donovan almost forgot your Mitchell, backing him up. We gotta have a white boy, Mr. Tyler Hero, gang gang. Then we got B.I. She be high in my cargo, bang bangs, Brandon Ingram. Backing up Brandon Ingram is Jimmy. I'ma fight somebody because I'm a backup. Hope it's Chris Paul Butler. At the power forward, we got Mr. Pascal Championship Pedigree Siakam. Enough said. Backing him up, we got Chris Stouts, got that Yap Pap, Porzingis, and we ain't talking about the Schmear. Yeah, it says starting at center, coming off the top rope this year, we got Mr. Jared Hallen. No relation. And backing him up, we got Al Horford. Dude, I ain't even gonna bury the lead, man. This team here, it's a weird makeup. You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But this guy, I started to put him with Chris Paul solely because I feel like he'll beat that nigga ass. But thinking about the bang bangs, the fact that he's still out there, the notion that I wouldn't put him with Jimmy Butler and Pascal Siakam, I think about if I had Dame Lillard, Pascal Siakam, Jimmy Butler, motherfucking Jared Allen on the floor, and Marcus Smart.
I knew it was coming.
Dog, who's scoring the basketball, bruh?
I knew it was coming.
You knew it was coming, bruh. I hated on him when we was choosing point guards. And really, if I don't choose Bron, he get chosen in the point guard draft. Bron really the one that pushed him out the PG draft. But, man, Marcus Smart got to go to the bang bangs, man. He too fucking cold. And the fact that he out there mean he a motherfucking 300. He a Chief Keef. It's that simple,
I
man.
didn't pick him because I felt like he was either going to go to the ass or the 300. So that aligned with what I had in mind for Cuz.
That's what's up. He said
like
either to the ass or the 300. Yeah.
Because he fit on both teams. Like
He
you
fit
said,
perfectly, bro.
He meshed real well with both of those teams. So now we about to head west, southwest, and we gonna go down here to Las Vegas, and we gonna take them motherfucking dice in our hand, and we gonna throw them sailors. Roll that beautiful bean footage. Starting at point guard is the LaMelo. Backing him up is the Jaime Harden, Mr. Beard Oil, Mr. Paul George, podcast P number 2 or 3 at shooting guard. Backing him up is our homie Jordan Clarkson with the straight down braids and a headband over him. You know he got that chopper. Then at the 3, we got DeMar DeRozan, Mr. Mid-Range. Backing him up, we got that boy, I think he Kobe Harrison Bonds for the C.O.W.men. At the 4, we got our dog, Laurie Markinovic. He European. Throw that Ovich on any of them niggas' names. Bobby Portis is the backup over there at the 4 for the C.O.W.men. Closing it out is Clint Capella at the 5 for the Lows. You can gain a little bit of happy weight eating at them restaurants, and then we gotta round that thing out with a white boy. Because if we get pulled over in Las Vegas, somebody gotta talk to the police. Mason Plumlee, Duke, alum.
Definitely can't be this
police
nigga
talk
because he
to
gonna
her.
be with Lil Baby.
Right.
Wearing the craziest
who can I
outfit you
put?
ever saw.
Who deserves to be out there in the Las Vegas desert in Sin City other than a man who brings peace, serenity, calm, meditative? Malik Monk.
Motherfucker. You got me.
Formerly with the Sacramento Kings, Mr. Monk will be taking his services down to the desert, onto the Las Vegas Strip with the Lows.
Now, this right here, I'm very interested to see how you feel about my pick to this squad right here.
Mm-hmm.
Because I think you're going to have beef with it.
Uh-oh.
But this dude recently showed me that he don't give a fuck from a few post-game interviews. And I ain't know he ain't give a fuck like that. And this nigga got a chip. And Chris Paul don't. So when he get to doing all that loud talking and shit, he gonna be like, hey, yo, shut the fuck up. Let me talk to these niggas about how to go win the championship. And I think that's gonna lead to hands being thrown. And nobody's gonna be on Chris Paul's side. Yeah.
I'm gonna put it in the chat. Don't look at the chat until afterwards. I'm gonna put it in there, but look at it afterwards to see if I got it right. But keep popping your shit.
Elizabeth, coming out to the Utah ass to play with Chris Paul, the leader, the Cheeks. Trae Young backing up Mr. Chris Paul, and I feel like everybody in New York love that pick. Coming from the shooting guard position, starting, we got Mr. DeJounte, hard to spell my name, Murray. Backing him up is Mr. Buddy, I before the E, head ass nigga. And then we got the starting small forward, Mr. Kyle Kuzma. Shouts out to the dog. Once a Laker, always a Laker. Ask D'Angelo Russell about that. At the backup, we got Mr. Gordon Hayward. You talking about?
Cheese dick.
Cheese dick. In the power forward, we got Trey Mercury. What the fuck does that mean? And backing him up, we got John Collins. He on the Utah ass because that's where he ended up, man. He the only nigga on the roster who we wish we could put somewhere else. DeAndre, you the starting center for the ass. And back in the Aiden is the boy Yusuf Nurkic, who kind of fall into the same boat as my dog John Collins. I just fought with both of them, and they had to make rosters in Bill Russell's NBA today. And now that we've gotten to show y'all this lovely roster, man, y'all already know what's going down. Head, shoulders, knees, and toes. Hope this nigga hit him with all of his bows. I'm talking about beat that nigga ass in the arena, beat his ass in the locker room, beat his ass in the street. It is the only reason I am drafting to the Utah ass, Mr. Fred Van Fleet. Hey, you talking about?
I was off. I had the right team. I had the right former team, but I was off on the player.
Oh shit! Who was in Toronto? Who was up on Toronto? You feel me?
Look in the chat.
Dog, he the backup. Don't draft him. Don't draft him. Don't draft him.
Well, I ain't gonna draft him.
P trying to ruin the finale to the whole Bill Russell NBA Today draft. Yo, wait till you hear what I say. Yo, because I'm gonna take it there. Because for no reason. Oh my God.
Can I tell you something funny?
Please do.
For like all the teams, I've been putting like the abbreviation to the city next to their name. So like
Yeah.
for LA, I do LA. For New York, NY. For Miami, MIA. For Houston, HOU. I get down to whenever I get down to Utah, I don't even put UTA. I put AZZ.
Every time, dog. Every time. Can't help myself. Baby boy, made me lose my. It's literally the only reason why I put pressure on you to name the rest of them, because I felt bad about that being the only team whose name I was putting up. That shit with New York. It was like NY, ATL, Vegas, ass. For no reason, dog. Just because we could. In Bill Russell's NBA today, where we are drafting the last 8 players. That's right. We have drafted 11 of the 12-man rosters for 8 of the franchises that will carry the torch into the first year. These team names will change every year. The players that make them will change every year. So this is the incumbent squad. And I got a treat for you guys. Little do you know, once we construct these squads, we will be simulating the games on PS5 2K23, a short season and a playoff run to see who wins the championship every year for Bill Russell's NBA today. Look forward to those dropping on the YouTube, man, and check out the games. It should be some deucers and some deezies. It's going to be some fire shit. But yeah, those will pop off right around the time the season is wrapping up, and the playoffs will start when the NBA playoffs start. Good time, man. But rounding out the roster for the Los Angeles Leons to play with Luka Doncic, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, Devin Booker, Zach LaVine, Jason Tatum, OG Anunoby, Anthony Davis, Julius Randle, Joel Embiid, Nick Claxton, and Jalen Brunson. Who rounding out the motherfucking roster, dude?
The only person who can. The only person who can come off that bench in LA. Russell Westbrook. People didn't give up on my dog. Can't give up on my dog. Brody forever. Long live Brody.
If you thought we was gonna build Bill Russell's NBA today and not put the Brody in there, you a goddamn fool. We couldn't fake the funk and act like he was top 16 point guards in the league. But if you think that man ain't top 100 players, you would kiss my grits.
Yeah.
Kiss my motherfucking grits. You feel what I'm saying? But shouts out to the dog, man. And to play with the New York Rose, led by Steph Curry, followed up by Darius Garland, Jaylen Brown, Scary Terry Rozier, Kevin Durant, Bojan Bogdanovic, Giannis Antetokounmpo, Aaron Gordon, Nikola Jokic, Brooke Lopez, and 6-man Mike Conley following up to finish out the squad. A dude who name and game so cold, he had to make Bill Russell's NBA today. Mr. Anthony Simons, cuz.
Okay, then.
You already knew it. That boy game cold, man. And I dead ass watched him solely because their name was fire. And I was like, that nigga got the game to back it up. Shouts out to his mama. She knew who she gave birth to. She looked at him and said, oh, this Anford. You know what I'm saying? I put that on the harder way. You know what I'm talking about? P. No, you gonna finish. Yeah, I'll do that the harder way. My dog P drafting and finishing up the roster for the Houston Highlands.
Yes, sir. We gonna run back to that right quick. Oh, go ahead.
Oh, yeah, you can run through them. I was about to say, feel free to challenge me to any of these games where they line up to where, like, it's one of my teams versus yours. We could play them bitches. You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yeah, go ahead, though.
The Houston Highlands, led by Ja Morant at point guard, backing him up is Lonzo Ball. At the 2 guard, Anthony Edwards. Backing him up is Klay Thompson. At the 3, Kawhi. Leonard. Backing him up, Mikal Bridges. At the 4, Zion Williamson. Backing him up is Jaren Jackson Jr. At the motherfucking 5 is Bobby Willie Hams the 3rd. Backing him up is Jacob Podol. And then we have, I can't believe I didn't write that down, Brandon Clark coming off the bench, 6th man for the Highlands. Backing him up at the 6th man position is going to be our dog. You can't have a league without a left-hander on the team. And this man's journey has been one that is, they fucked up his jump shot, but he got that thing back. Mr. Markelle Fultz.
Wow.
Going to the Highlands.
You want him down there with you?
Yeah, man.
Damn, that's another one I ain't write down. That's a great answer. Shouts out to bruh. I'm trying to act nice because I ain't have them written down. But yeah, shouts out to the Highlands. I'm going to be packing the fuck out of this shot when I play them with the motherfucking Miami Zoes. Because I got LeBron James at point guard playing against Markelle Fultz when they put him on the court. Jamal Murray bagging him up with Bradley Beal, CJ McCollum, Andrew Wiggins, Michael Porter Jr., Karl Anthony Towns, Paolo Banchero, Rudy Gobert, Steven Adams, Alex Caruso. And to round out a roster that's cold and a motherfucker, you feel what I'm saying? I feel like they got everything they need all the way just motherfucking down pat at the guard positions. So I'm going to get them a cold ass big to finish out their squad. A nigga who defense pretty straight, and everybody seem to hate on this nigga, but I really just think he don't like Doc. Tobias Harris, man.
Okay.
I'm gonna put the hair down there in Miami, man. I think Bron know what to do with bruh. And he gonna get him the best shots for his game, and he gonna maximize his efficiency.
Okay. I respect that.
Like Chris Paul did when he was with Chris Paul. You feel what I'm saying? Bron that type of passer, man. So I'm gonna put that boy down there on the Highlands, man. What you got popping out there in motherfucking Atlanta, cuz? Out there at the Booty Club.
Welcome to Atlanta, jacking hammers and bowls, back in the poles, back in the bowls. I'm acting the door. Who is he? Ain't that a bitch? My favorite part of the Welcome to Atlanta remix is when the St. Louis nigga come on there. Who said St. Louis ain't hip hop? Dirty, we hot here. I'm a lunatic with too much grip that let it slip. You feel me? I'm so St. Louis. Ask my tattooers. I was like the water boy. Now they saying you can do it. Y'all don't know about that give and go. Run DMP here you talking about. Square Bitty, man. For the Atlanta Onyx, point guard, brother Reed Irving. Backing him up, brother J. Rue Holiday. J. Holiday. J. Holiday. Who been running with OVO since he been up there on the fuck. He said J. Ryle now. Yeah, I had to get you on that one. I had to tag you. 2 guard, Jordan Poole, backing him up, Desmond Bain. 3, Chris Middleton, backing him up, Franz Wagner. At the 4, Domantas Sabonis, backing him up, Evan Mobley. At the 5, Bam Adebayo, backing him up is Miles Turner. And then for the Atlanta Onyx, we got Malcolm Brogdon as the first 6-man spot. The second 6-man spot is going to go to that baby boy. If you don't know what that is the way Tyler I Am of the podcast on Underdog. What's the name of the podcast? Is the
I'm not here to argue.
I'm not here to argue. I'm
Trill
not here
Whippers
to argue.
podcast on Patreon.
Oh no, okay. Underdog Sports.
Is I'm not here to argue.
Oh, okay.
It's 2 different ones.
Oh, I didn't know that. What's up? That's up.
Nigga, it's difficult.
Very. We're gonna go with dog Emmanuel quickly.
Quickly. I knew you was gonna draft him at some point. Quickly.
Baby boys is the cats that went to Kentucky and played for the Wildcats. That's how Tyler refers to those guys. So we're gonna go with Emmanuel quickly to round out the Atlanta Onyx.
Man, I got so many names I wrote down that I didn't get to read. I really don't know who to draft as we finish this up. So I'm really drafting to fill my team, man. And the Chicago Trey Hunters, the Chicago Chief Keefs, the Chicago
Bang bangs.
He tried to hit y'all with that Bryson Tiller, led by Damian Lillard, De'Aaron Fox, Donovan Mitchell, Tyler Hero, Brandon Ingram, Jimmy Butler, Pascal Siakam, Kristaps Porzingis, Harry Allen, and Hal Horford. Is with the benchmark 6-man being who that is? Marcus Smart. I was like, dog, I only got 2 more picks. And I gotta make sure that this dude get into Bill Russell's NBA today. And I thought to myself, man, this nigga might not be in the NBA at all after this contract. So I'm a draft a walking 6'5". I'm a draft a nigga who had depoy potential. I'm a draft a nigga I can put on the court with Damian Lillard, De'Aaron Fox, Donovan Mitchell, and Pascal Siakam, and I ain't got to worry about him taking a shot. Because if he get the rebound, he gonna dish it across the lane to Pascal, and he can lay it up. Ben Simmons, man, I'm taking that 7-footer and putting him right up there with the bang bangs. Because that team of niggas tough enough to protect him, and they not going to scapegoat him. So I think we could maximize Ben Simmons up there with the bang bang.
Oh, man. Damn. Wait,
I'll be damned.
In the league?
Ben Simmons ain't been drafted, bro. And it's only 3 picks left.
Bro, it's only
3 picks left.
Thinking he was already in, I thought he was already in the league.
Bro,
I thought he was already in the league.
I told you I prepared. When I read through the rosters, and I was like, holy fuck up.
Damn.
Because he wasn't getting drafted. He's not a top 16 point guard.
Nah.
And we didn't say, you know what, I'm going to put him at small forward because I said, fuck it with Bron. You know what I'm saying? We didn't just say, oh, fuck it, I'm going to put him at power forward.
Yeah.
But he definitely might. He bang, bang. I snuck you one. I buried the lead. I snuck you one.
You definitely, you got me with that one. Oh, I ain't tell you about the opportunity you missed earlier.
What's that?
Let's see where they at. So New York, you got Mike Conley and Anthony Simons. You missed an opportunity to put Seth with Steph in New York.
Damn. Damn. Oh my God. I could have called them niggas the Schwarmer Kings. Cause they the Curry brothers. God damn. I missed an opportunity. I won't miss it next year. I will rectify that shit. You motherfucker. For the Cowmunity who round from day one, if I forget next year and y'all don't call me on it, or y'all do call me on it, it's going to be money involved. But I'm not going to forget next year. Damn, boy, the Schwarmer Kings, cuz. The Curry brothers. Damn. I might get a Schwarmer King jersey. Get a Golden State jersey, and then where the fuck his brother playing at? Dallas right now?
I think he might be in Brooklyn. I don't know where he at right now.
Shit, is he headed to Las Vegas? Pete, talk to the people. You broke my heart, though. I can't believe you sat on that.
That's why I brought it up. I brought it up because I got to break your heart. I'm sorry to do it. And there's another guy who belongs in the league, but certain people, I believe there should always be a league with a Hardaway in it. But yeah, man, I gotta go. We get this. We got a team with another brother on it. We got LaMelo on this team. So this is gonna be the team with the brothers on it. I gotta go Seth Curry here. Seth Curry to the Las Vegas CeeLos.
To play with LaMelo Ball, James Harden, Paul George, Jordan Clarkson, DeMar DeRozan, Harrison Barnes, Lauri Markkanen, Bobby Portis, Clint Capella, Mason Plumlee, and Malik Monk.
Malik Monk. Yes, sir.
Who the fuck was it again, though?
Seth Curry.
Seth Curry. I'm tripping. We led up to that. Don't bury the lead. The Utah ass indeed, led by Mr. Chris Wale Paul.
Mm-hmm.
And if you're unfamiliar, Wale's most recent hit is Poke It Out. Ice Trae Young, DeJounte Murray, Buddy Hield, Kyle Kuzma, Gordon Hayward, Draymond Green, John Collins, DeAndre Ayton, Yusuf Nurkic, and Fred VanVleet. I thought to myself, Chris Paul gonna hate Trae Young. Chris Paul is gonna hate Draymond Green. Chris Paul is going to hate Gordon Hayward. He gonna hate Kyle Kuzma. And he already hate DeAndre Ayton. DeJounte Murray gonna hate Chris Paul. But one thing I know Chris Paul would hate more than anything is to be one and only one of 3 point guards on the team and be the only nigga without a championship trying to be the leader. So I'm putting Mr. Kyle Lowry, Mr. Mike Lowry out there on the Utah ass. Cause also, I mean, he the Larry Fitzgerald of the NBA, man. I be talking shit about Chris Paul for however many weeks we've been doing this show. But yeah, Kyle Lowry, that nigga that love him an injury himself. He don't be playing no basketball. CP3 to 6 weeks just got a better ring to it than Kyle. Why your ass ain't playing Kyle Lowry? You feel me?
Yeah.
Plus, man, Kyle Lowry, that man could never dribble another basketball. And the lasting image of him will be how big his smile was when they won the title. He was just looking for somebody and something to hug. So he just did it to the world with his face. That nigga's smile was like 10 miles long. So when I think of Kyle Lowry, I think of basketball and I think of joy. Flat out, unfiltered, pure, like the 100% pure, unfiltered honey. Pure basketball joy. It was like that nigga face said everything was worth it. Like he ain't made a couple of $100 million doing this shit. His face said now everything was worth it. You feel me? And that's that shit different, man. That shit didn't say, yeah, now it's time to go get number 2. That shit said, no. That shit said, I'ma live in this moment. You know what I'm saying?
The Mateen Cleaves smile, man. Shout out to Mateen Cleaves, dude.
And if this gonna be the last year he eligible, man, which it very well may be, he could be Mr. Irrelevant in Bill Russell's NBA today. Because you top 96 hoopers in the world. Give me some headlines, tell it. And there's plenty of niggas who can't sniff your jockstrap because they ain't in Bill Russell's NBA today. Gang. But Pete,
yes, sir.
Could you do me a favor?
I can. What would you like me to do?
Could you tell me something good? Hey,
I liked it that way. I was like, we gonna do it that way.
Yeah.
I'm gonna toss it right back. I can, man. Today's Tell Me Something Good comes from a state that has given an opportunity to.
Hey, hold up. That pistachio got you, bro. I'm finna edit the fuck out that. That swallow was pause loud as fuck. Speaking of that, bruh, can I interject with a commercial break to ingratiate the audience with something that we was talking about last week, bruh?
Yeah.
Look at Ted Lasso trying to get some more pub. Fuck that nigga, man.
So the Giants didn't know whether to do the quarterback or the running back.
Who would you do?
Now, look, the quarterback's most essential, but that running back's special too. I would go with the quarterback. Yes, Saquon and Barkley.
Yeah, I would give it to Barkley. Pause. That's crazy.
Yeah, that is crazy, but I'll let you go, pause. What happened is, we'll let it go and let it slide.
He said I would give it to Barkley. Oh, that's crazy. The fact that them two niggas,
and I'm gonna let you do it,
started out as teammates hooping. One gets signed to Bad Boy, one gets signed to Rockefeller. They become mortal enemies. They run off for decades and build their lives as individuals, and everything come full circle, and they both sitting at that desk. Y'all check out It Is What It Is. I told you, we gonna scour the podcast and alternative media landscape and give y'all shit we feel like is heat rock. But Pete,
yes sir,
could you continue to bless us like you do weekly, man, and tell me and the people in the community some good?
I sure shit can, man. So we're gonna take it out west to a team that doesn't have, to a state that doesn't have a team in Bill Russell's NBA today, but a state that is very important to the map because they were one of the first to legalize marijuana, and they also just hired Prime Sanders out there in Colorado. For the first time in Colorado history, the entire state, and I know my dog hate these things, but they have a teacher who's a black man who won Teacher of the Year. So shouts out to Jimmy Lee Day II. He is the band director and instrumental music teacher at East Middle School in Aurora Public Schools, and he was named Colorado's 2003 Teacher of the Year. They held a surprise ceremony for him at the school, and he's taught at East Middle School since 2017, but he's been an educator for 13 years, and he has transformed 3 separate bands, and they are all now critically acclaimed and have won awards at music festivals and what have you, because of his tutelage. He is a graduate of TSU, the real TSU, the one that was out there by us, Tennessee State University. And he's also a member of the Public Education and Business Coalition and the Aurora Public School Mentoring Community of Practice. So he got his Bachelor of Science in Music at Tennessee State and his Master of Arts at Tribeca Nazarene University. So shouts out to brother Jimmy Lee Day II, Colorado's most valuable teacher for 2023. Loving black men who are educators and giving black to the kids. That is something good.
Hey, and shouts out to my brother P, man. Now, we always finish up Tell Me Something Good by leading by example and showing a little gratitude. And I just like to say thank you for telling us something good on behalf of myself and the Cowmunity. And whether it's a little thank you, whether it's a little bit of space right after they get off of work to unwind and become a part of the space before you go, shouts out to all the fellas who happy I dropped that in their lady consciousness. And I ain't sneak dissing nobody. I'm just talking from hypothetical past experiences. You feel me? Whether it's shutting the hell up and not putting your foot in your own mouth when you about to eject out of an episode that was fire from the front to the tippy toes. We gonna give you what you want. We gonna give you what you need. And in the process, we gonna fuck up sometimes. And we gonna do that shit in threes. Cause we had given some headlines believe that it is always better to give than it is to receive. Yeah!